Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Night Shift. If I'm speaking quietly, it's because it's nighttime and I'm in my apartment. My apartment has very thin walls and I don't want to wake up anybody. So we're here, it's raining outside, it's creepy, good time to make a Night Shift video. Night Shift is a podcast where we discuss anything creepy or scary, true or false, true crime, monster stories, ghost stories, whatever. Well, today we're going to talk about a horror movie that hasn't happened yet and may not actually happen. We don't know due to COVID. It's been halting the production of this movie. But they have hinted at making this. It's a third It movie, basically. Not from the 1990 miniseries, but from the 2017 and 2019 movies. Now let's cut away from the movies real quick. And let's talk about the books that Stephen King has written, where in other books he hinted that Pennywise is still alive, that they didn't actually kill him. He may even hint in a future book that Pennywise cannot be killed, that there's nothing you can do about it. But anyways, in 3 books, I forgot what the third one was, but the other ones were Tommyknockers and The Dreamcatcher. Stephen King has hinted that Pennywise is still alive. It takes place, or parts of the books take place in Derry, past the date of when the Losers Club as adults supposedly killed Pennywise. In one book, a little kid's playing in the sewer area, and he sees written in spray paint, or maybe even blood, it's in red, can't tell, that Pennywise still, it says in spray paint or whatever, Pennywise lives. And then, in another book, this guy's driving through Derry, it's a stormy, cloudy night, and he looks up and he sees this big blackish-orangish cloud over Derry, and there's thunder coming from it, and he almost sees 2 eyes staring out at him. They could be the deadlights, which is what Pennywise's true form is these deadlights, which are so scary, they put you in a state of insanity, and they can kill you just by looking at them for long enough. And then the biggest hint that Pennywise is still alive comes from, I believe this was The Dreamcatcher, but someone's driving through Derry, again, it's stormy, there's no clouds, but it's raining. There's no stormy clouds, but it's raining heavily. And they're on hallucinogenics, so they could have been hallucinating. But as they're driving through Derry, they look into a storm drain up the street, and they swear they see a clown staring back at them with a big, evil smile. So Stephen King has hinted that Pennywise still might not be dead, and I hope he writes a book about the prequel of Pennywise. And that's what this movie might be. It's not a third movie. It's not a sequel to the Pennywise stories. It's a prequel. See, if you read the book It, you will know this. And you wouldn't know this from the 1990 miniseries. And you'd kind of know it from the 2019 movie of It. But, if you read the book, and It is the best book I've ever read in my whole life. It was truly terrifying. Everybody had a problem. No one was normal. Someone was a psychopath. Someone was a child molester. Everybody had something fucked up with them. Mostly the adults, so not so much the kids, except for Henry Bowers and Patrick Hockstetter, who was a true psychopath. But, the book was terrifying. I remember I would walk down to school in the morning, and I'd jump at my own shadow, thinking, oh shit, it's a clown. Because I read It when I was in 6th and 7th grade. It's the longest book I've also read. It's 1,100 some pages, but it scared me so much. I never believed that there was a clown that could kill me or eat me, but it was so scary that it made me jump at my own shadows. Yeah, it was fucking freaky. But anyways, in the book It, he makes it very clear that Pennywise is not a clown. Or It is not a clown. Pennywise is a form that he takes as a clown. But Pennywise, or It, is actually a shape-shifting interdimensional being that came from another planet, another dimension actually, crashed into Earth in an asteroid right when the dinosaurs were here. So he was here longer than any of us. And he hibernated for the longest time, feeling no need to leave his little hut in the ground in the asteroid. And when humans eventually evolved and came to the area of where Derry now is, he could smell their blood, he could smell their fear, and that's when he decided to hibernate, or come out of hibernation, and start eating people, particularly children. Now, why does he normally take the form of a clown if he's not a clown himself? Like I said, he's an interdimensional creature. His actual form is the deadlights, which I explained before. which is like 3 orange lights that are so scary and terrifying that they can drive you into insanity and kill you if you stare at them for too long. But anyways, he takes the form of a clown because he prefers eating children. He prefers the taste of people's flesh when there's fear flowing through it. And it's easier to take form of something that a child's scared of, like a werewolf, or a vampire, or a mummy, or a scary clown, or a large monster bird, which it was in part of the book. And then, of course, then why does he turn into a clown? Well, first he has to lure the children in first. And children like clowns usually, so that's why he usually takes the form of a clown, to lure children in. Then he turns into something that scares them and eats them right as they're scared. And why not adults? Well, adults' fears are harder to take form of. Adults' fears are more like, what happens if I don't pay the bills? What happens if my boyfriend gets in a car accident because he's driving drunk or whatever? It's hard to take forms, those kind of fear forms. So, yeah. But Pennywise was here way before the humans. So they're thinking about making a movie about when he first woke up to the scent of human flesh and fear. When the colonial fur traders first came to Derry and started trading fur with the Indians, and he first smelt the fear in the flesh of humans. Now, we've seen both spider versions of Pennywise, both in the 1990 miniseries and in the 2019 movie. In the 2019 movie, they made his spider half clown, half spider, which I thought was stupid. But in the 1990 miniseries, they made it more true to the book. He was like this weird alien-looking spider thing that was all webby and weird-looking. I actually hope in the miniseries that they make him into the spider that he was supposed to be in the book, which was like the 1990 miniseries. But I hope they add a twist to it. I hope they add like a Lovecraftian sea creature twist to it. Like he has tentacles dangling from his body, and he has a giant squid head, but he's still a spider. But he's a weird fucking alien spider. I don't know. And that's supposed to be the closest version he can be to what humans see for his different forms, his different formations. Because supposedly the Deadlights are so scary and so disturbing looking that our eyes, our brains cannot comprehend what they truly look like. So this spider form is what the most the human mind can comprehend, according to the book, at least. But they want to make it where he first saw a clown, maybe the actual Pennywise, maybe there really was a Pennywise clown. He said, hey, I want to take form of that because that seems to lure in children. And it'll be about how he destroyed the whole the town of Derry. And they alluded to, in the 2017 movie, basically, there's fur traders that went into Derry with the Indians, and they were all there, and then one winter, no one heard from them, so travelers went in to see them, and they found nothing but bloody clothes. And supposedly, Pennywise ate them all and killed them all. So hopefully that's going to happen in the movie. I also heard there's going to be a scene where Pennywise first interacts humans, and he convinces a mother to let him eat her baby so he can spare the rest of the family. And then when he eats the baby, he turns on them and eats the whole family instead, because Pennywise is also, or whatever you want to call it, is also a sociopathic creature. Feels no remorse, no apathy, no love, loves to kill, loves to eat, loves to terrorize, just like a serial killer. It is the true dimension of evil, and in the book they allude to the creator of worlds and the creator of good. I forgot his name. Was it Martin? Anyways, there's this turtle that created the universe in the book. I know it sounds weird, and in the book it gets pretty abstract. But anyways, it is the opposite of that. The turtle is the creator of the universe. It is the eater of worlds, and temporarily is taken out on children in Derry. So why have we not heard anything about this movie yet? Well, first of all, it's still hypothetical, and they could be making it, but they've been halted by, you guessed it, COVID. COVID-19 has stopped a lot of movies in Hollywood from being made. So yeah, it's a work in progress. Hopefully they do make it. Hopefully it's truly scary and terrifying. Hopefully they make a spider that's more true to the book or the 1990 miniseries, kind of something like that. Not this stupid clown spider thing, because of course if he has to be half clown, half spider, that means he already saw a clown. We want to see what he would look like before he saw any humans. But anyways, that's tonight's episode of The Night Shift. We have a couple of ideas for Supernatural Skeptics coming up, and then we have maybe some Urbex videos coming up if the weather gets nicer. So yeah, you guys all have a good night, and stay scared.